Wait! I gotta tell you about something very important. We got new merch! That's right. You ever, you wanna lie to people and tell them that you know somebody who died from Ozempic? Now you can. Buy this shirt right here. It looks really good. Tell them that this is your uncle and that he died from Ozempic and that this is a public safety thing. I don't care. It's new merch! How about all my girls out there? Huh? All the girlies playing Morse code with whatever when they're reading them spicy books. This shirt's for you, huh? Time to buy that new shirt. I don't care what you're doing down there. Just buy that new shirt. Also, we got the Margaret shirt. Finally, some merch for our girl, Margaret. Business in the front, party in the back. It's a double-sided shirt. We got new merch! We also got a nice bomber jacket, and it's a nice mesh shorts with it, right? Both with the meat patch. And also, we have a beautiful sketchbook. Look at that thing. I want to write my recipes in that. I'm cooking up something fun. What am I cooking up? New merch! So please check out our new merch. Please consider supporting this channel. This really does help us out. Like I said, buy the new merch. That's all I got from you. Bye-bye. I said the shorts.
Oh, you did? Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess I'm
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit on down because today we're talking about family chain dine-in restaurants, extravaganza, brewery, fantasticons.
Wow, that was a mouthful.
That's the title. We are almost primarily a food ranking channel at this point from the amount of food that we consume and rank on this channel, albeit from maybe items from your childhood, nostalgic items, everyday items, into disgusting doomsday ending items as well. But one thing that has been a constant source of debate, at least here at the Meat Canyon Studios, is what's the best family dine-in chain, right? From your Applebees to your Cheesecake Factories, which one's the best? I had to know. So I took the crew out along with my beautiful, beautiful wife, and we decided to go out and try all of them in one day. Mistake number one. The list of places that we decided to go was Cheesecake Factory, Yardhouse, Applebees, Chili's, Texas Roadhouse, Outback Steakhouse, Red Lobster, and Olive Garden. Ladies and gentlemen, have sympathy for I and us, we. By the end of this excursion, we wiped this out. That's all I gotta say, it wiped us out. So, without further ado, we're going to take this as a what's the best place for your weekly after church meal. Roll the beginning.
Hey party people, it's the Hancock family coming at you with another Sunday vlog. We just got done going to church, Jehovah's Witness, right? And we witnessed the Lord today, and boy oh boy are we hungry. Now every Sunday I'd like to take all the fam out,
Smile, say something.
to go and get a nice Sunday lunch.
Okay, it's happening.
We're sitting here asking ourselves, what's the best... Ow. I said don't do that. I said stop that. What's the best place to sit down and have a nice family meal?
What does your shirt say, Jacob?
It says bruh. Bruh. Frog on it.
What's so funny? Stop it. Don't touch that. Don't touch that. Today we're going to be ranking every family sit-down restaurant chain. So come along and stay hungry because we're about ready to get into it.
Okay, so first we went to Cheesecake Factory.
1, 2, 3, Cheesecake Factory!
Right? And before we went to all of these places, we had our items already chosen just to save time, because just even commuting between these places is gonna take forever. I think the whole day was like 10 hours, 9 or 10 hours, something like that, okay? Long time, which pretty much means that between each place, it's gonna take almost a minimum of an hour, okay? Didn't think about that. I don't know why that, probably because we've done nothing but fast food before. So usually it's just go through the drive-thru, bullshit around, and then go to the next place. No. You're in it for the long haul here. But we started off at Cheesecake Factory.
Smile, Jacob. Hi. Cheesecake Factory, I am so excited.
For our appetizer, we ordered the fried mac and cheese. For our entree, the bacon burger.
Double bacon.
Double bacon. For the dessert, we got the strawberry cheesecake.
Don't do that shit where you cover your mouth. Let's see it.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
And the drinks, we got a factory peach bellini.
Chimpanzini bananini.
And the entire total was $85. This kind of became the idea of the rankings was we're gonna base it on their appetizer, their entree, a dessert, house cocktail, and atmosphere. The general vibe of everything, right? Just to give context, the atmosphere first before you talk about any of the food. Cheesecake Factory, I don't understand. It's not really a factory. and there's a little bit of cheesecake, but not a lot of it. When I hear Cheesecake Factory, I either want industrial machines with like little belts of cheesecakes going around, or anything. I mean, I don't know. I'm so confused by the aesthetic choice.
I feel you. I'm the same way with the spaghetti factory. I picture like Italians in a factory.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about Cheesecake Factory, so. On the walls, I mean, the whole thing is like, is it supposed to be like Tuscany?
Yeah, Little Italy.
It's like a Little Italy thing, but it looks like a weird mixture of like, I don't know, a fucking palace and Dune, the set piece of Aladdin. Like it kind of has a Middle Eastern touch to it for some reason. Did you get that vibe?
I didn't.
I got that. As soon as I was walking in, I was like, this feels like a Middle Eastern guy with a gold watch on. I'm like, that's the Cheesecake Factory to me. I haven't been to one of these in a long time. Don't get me wrong. Like we'll go to like Red Robin or like get food from there just because we have one close to us. But it's not like we're like, hey, let's go and hang out at Red Robin. Like that's not convenient for us. So every time we went to some place, I don't know if it was at Cheesecake Factory, but a lot of them had the general manager's name on a sign outside of the building. We're really going to be putting Benjamin to the test here. General manager, put a picture of him up. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Maybe if you can complain.
Yeah, well, I know who I'm supposed to talk to. It's just like, oh, of course it's him. Whatever, it doesn't matter. All I know is the vibe. I was just like, Cheesecake Factory does this thing where it's like, I want to be fancy, but at the same time, it's like, this is one of the trashiest things I've ever experienced in my life. It really is. I mean, they give you a pocket Bible for the menu, and they're like, actually, make up your own menu item, and we'll just make it. They're like, we have everything you could ever want. But because of that, you know that everything's going to be frozen, and they're going to fucking microwave it, whatever. But I gotta say, actually, I'll start off with this. I'll say the macaroni, the fried I mean, it's cheese and pasta. All right, and it came on some fucking like Chef Boyardee queefed out juice on the plate. It was whatever. It was fine. I'm gonna hog those down all day. I gotta say though, right now, the bacon burger, that's good eating.
That's good.
It was a damn fine burger. Albeit, and I had to dock some points here, it was soupy.
Yeah.
It was a sloppy girl. It's like a big old girl mud wrestling. I mean, that's what it felt like eating that son of a bitch. I mean, it was good. Don't be wrong. Hey, it was fun. We were rolling around the hay, but I'm just saying. That's everything. You take it. We had to cut it up into these micro bites, and you'd grab it in your fucking hand. And that's one thing about me. This is a personal pet peeve. I don't know if you feel the same way. I hate disgusting textures on my hands. That's almost why I never do like fried chicken or anything really greasy. I can't do it. All right. I know he's fat. I'm a big fat son of a bitch, but still, I have to work around that. All I'm saying, dry bun. That's all I wanted. Just a nice dry bun. I said it was soupy. What do you do? And I will say, god damn, dude. Going to the Cheesecake Factory and not ordering yourself a slice of cheesecake's like going to fucking Thailand and not having sex with a lady boy. The fucking cheesecake was incredible. I'd probably just go there just to be like, can I just have a cheesecake?
That's what they have the cheesecake counter.
Yeah, you don't have to sit down in there. You're just like, I just want to get a cheesecake to go.
It was really good.
Oh, God. It was probably the highlight of the meal. The cheesecake. Ooh. So good. And I will say, it is the first one, so I tried to be relatively conservative with it.
So all in all, I would say I'm gonna give it a 7. 7 hallelujahs out of 10 so far. I think it's good. It's our first one. It could shift. I don't know. Guys, come on. Come on. Go.
A nice little 7. 7 hallelujahs out of 10 because we were doing the weird religious,
God is good, and he accepts everyone.
Well, not everyone.
Everyone.
I know. He'll learn. The person you see there, that's not really me. This is a character, all right?
What?
Yeah, just want to put that out there. But, I mean, if anything, these can change. But for now, 7 out of 10. That feels good. That's above average. I guess that's another factor is the price. $85. It was fucking expensive. We know that we're going to have a bit of a hit because we have to get a cocktail, like the house special cocktail at each place. $85. We got one burger, 4 macaroni bites. There was 5 of us. So, you had to, split it up and divvy it out.
I look like Kojima, dude.
And then a fucking peach champagne slush. 85. Doesn't that feel steep?
That's a lot. Times that by 4.
Especially in hindsight now, the Cheesecake Factory really feel that much fancier than, don't get me wrong, it is fancier than some of them, but it's not like I was like, oh my God, the service is incredible or whatever, whoa, I don't think I was ever Great Gatsby fucking party kind of level of excellent? Elegance.
Yeah.
A stroke there for a second. Next up, we went to Yardhouse. 1, 2, 3,
Yardhouse.
You need to tuck it in. Tuck it in.
I don't like
Tuck it in.
I don't want to.
Hey, so here we are at Smile. Here we are at Yardhouse. Now this is kind of a brewery. Can you say brewery?
Brewery.
That means beer, I think. We're gonna be testing out to see if this is gonna compete with Cheesecake Factory. I hear there's a lot of nummy things in there.
Stop! Stop it!
Right turn.
It was on the list of chain restaurants that we had looked up, because also like a lot of the restaurants are like gone now, like TGIF, like Ruby Tuesdays, BJ's, all that they're all gone. Like this is a dying breed, which we did start the day at Cheesecake Factory early in the day, so it wasn't that busy. Yardhouse already though, it was kind of fucking bopping, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A nice energy to it. Also already, I like the vibe of Yardhouse more. I kind of based it also off of if I was like a divorced dad, would I go there and like have a cocktail?
This is where you come once you get your divorce.
Yeah,
You come and sit here.
whenever the woman's doing this, that's when you come here.
Which I know is counterintuitive to the family experience that we're doing. But in the back, I think of every man's mind, they're thinking, when it all goes to hell, where can I go? Where's my safe haven, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's why you always keep it in your back pocket while you put on your happy face. Welcome to marriage. Yardhouse, the items we got for the appetizer, we got the boneless wings. The entree was the Korean barbecue cheesesteak. Dessert was the Oreo brookie. And then the drink was we got two of them because they're like a brewery as well. So we got their house IPA and the Long Beach tea. The atmosphere, 10 out of 10. I liked it. It felt like I was in a fucking like Tim Burton factory.
Oh, yeah, with all the pipes.
With all the pipes and stuff, kind of felt like I was in I thought Edward Scissorhands was gonna come around and be like, cut up my salad or something like that. But otherwise, I remember the boneless wings on the appetizer. It was like octopus. You ever eat squid? It's like chewy, like that.
It's like all fat.
What was weird is like it looked like it had the texture of breading, but then when you bit into it, you're like, could not have come from anywhere but the ocean, is how I pictured it in my head. The dessert, the Oreo brookie, you have like a base level brownie thing, you put a fucking a la mode, throw ice cream on top of it, but then the fucking brownie cookie thing isn't even warm underneath. Listen, it's chocolate and fucking sugar. It's not like I'm not like John McCain in a cage fucking being like, like freaking out in a prisoner of war. But I was just like, why heat up the brownie? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Okay. The highlight of it all though was the Korean barbecue cheesesteak. I don't know what kind of fucking Korean juices they put on that, but delicious. Put it on the fries too. I'd gladly get that again.
It was really good.
100%. And then the Long Beach tea cocktail was okay. Jacob said that he liked the beer, but I think Jacob and Nick are very much like, you can just microwave a diaper, like a baby diaper, and they'd be like, So it's hard to... They're easy people to please. I don't know. And I don't drink beer, so I don't know how good it was, but Jacob liked it, so there was points. And also the total was only $65.
Pretty good.
I thought it felt if not a little fancier than Cheesecake Factory. Once again, it's not the most elegant thing, but I wouldn't say, is it the same as like going to Chili's? No. $65 isn't bad.
And we got two drinks.
And 2 drinks on top of it, $65.
I'm just gonna shoot off the hip here, dude. It was kind of an industrial vibe. It's like a brewery in there. It was kind of vibe where it's like, guess what? You get in a fight with your wife. I'm chugging drinks at that place. For that reason, 7. 7 hallelujahs out of 10. Not bad. I was really praising the Lord with that one. You know what I mean?
On par with Cheesecake Factory, just because the cheesecake at the first one so good, and the burger. The food itself, like Yardhouse, I feel like I would probably be disappointed as a whole. Like if I tried everything, I'd be like, I was mostly disappointed with everything on the menu. Which I think we kind of by this point too, it was really settling in how long this was going to take, and I gotta tell you, it was creating a lot of not tension but depression. Like everybody's moods was kind of sinking to the bottom of the ocean, and that only got exacerbated by our next stop, which was Applebees.
Quiet down! I've had enough! One more time. Let it happen one more time, or else we're not going to the other 7 fucking restaurants. Oh. Shut up! Stop playing with your shit back there, Nick. I can see you doing it. Would you ease it up on the fucking driving?
I'm trying.
You're scaring me.
I'm trying to navigate.
All right, guys, come on. Family photo.
1, 2, 3. Applebees.
Yay.
Applebees.
Marguerite.
Really fuck.
Now, when I tell you Applebees, there's no way Applebees makes it another 10 years. I went to my grandmother's funeral this year, and it was less depressing than walking into this Applebee's and having lunch.
Well, that's because your grandma was an evil woman.
Fair. For Applebee's, we got the appetizers, boneless wings. It's the same shit everywhere too. Why don't you get some boneless wings? And then their entree, what they're known for, was a quesadilla burger.
Yeah.
The dessert was a triple chocolate meltdown. I just didn't tell you what it is. You're like, what is that? It's a triple chocolate meltdown. I was like in the seat having like a fucking panic attack thinking about it coming.
I forgot. What was it? Was it a brownie?
It's just a fucking hodgepodge of sauces and chocolate and stuff. There's really no discernible shape to it. It's like a brownie, ice cream, all the same shit as everywhere else. And then the drink, we tried to do the Dollarita, but then she promptly told us, no, we don't do that, even though it's on the website. That was confusing. So then we just got their House Marg, which tasted like something you would get off of like a Walmart margarita mix kind of thing, you know? Like off the shelf margarita mix, you throw ice in a glass and pour it in. That's what it was. And it was like far too expensive for what it was. Anyways, we ate all of it. It was all dog shit. I will say this, their boneless wings at least had some semblance of crunch to them. The quesadilla burger, it makes me sick to even think about it still now. The buns are quesadillas. It's just like, God, it's just haunting. Also, it was just so sad. It was just so sad in there. All these old women fucking like chit-chatting around. They're talking so loud, but yet it's so hauntingly quiet. They get up and they do that fucking old person walk where they really like, they have to do this. It's like the fat fucking old people and they do this. You know what I mean? When they walk, they have like their bags out. Well, I gotta take this home to reheat. Need it later.
It's pretty depressing in there too.
Yeah, it was depressing. The fucking bartender had, what was it, his like name tag say good boy or something like that?
I tried to get it, but he was looking at me.
Do you remember what it said though? I think it said good boy or something, or cool guy. His thing said cool guy. He was just sitting there doing. But then anytime we would try to look at him, he'd be like, and he was like eyeballing us the whole time, which granted, my legs are a bit of a spectacle. I was being a little bit of a show pony, but still, you can't even see my legs behind it. We had a barrier, but he was still just.
He could hear us shit talking them.
Well, to be fair, it was rough. Fucking rough. They had like a weird homage to like the local area and stuff, and like a bunch of pictures of like hot rods. I don't know, like they do like a hot rod competition out in the parking lot. I don't know. The bill came, it was $41.31. Even the food, like listen, the idea of them are more disgusting than it actually was. Like the quesadilla burger, it's a fucking hamburger with a quesadilla bun. I mean, like you can eat it, it's gonna be fine, but is everything microwaved? Of course. It's gonna be microwave food. You can go. A lot of these places I think are designed for people to go and just be like, I'm gonna get drunk. It's mostly just a bar. The family aspect of all of them feel kind of dead as well. Like I remember back in the day, it was like Applebee's, Chili's, 54th Street Grill. It used to have like a bunch of shit on the walls. It was supposed to be like big and bombastic or whatever, which not that that's like any better, but now it's all stripped down. There's a cutout of The Rock in there because his tequila's there. And I was like, cool, dude. That was the flashiest thing. And then there's just pictures of motorcycles and weird frames on the wall. I don't understand it.
Applebee's, maybe the ugly duckling of the group. I feel like this used to be a very positive place. It used to be a place full of whimsy. It was kind of a place you used to go to escape with your family. That was one of the saddest experiences I've ever had in my life. Granted, it is during the day, but there was probably 3 or 4 old women in there eating alone. The music was played through a blown out speaker. The food all microwaved. It is what it is. You know, you're at Applebee's, right? I would feel good giving this place a 3 out of 10. I think 3 out of 10 is fair. I will say that was one of the most depressing dining experiences I've ever had in my life. Run away from this place. All right, we're almost halfway.
It's a 3. I think that's generous. You were even saying I was being generous with the scores too when we were out and about.
I was.
But, ladies and gentlemen, this was a huge breaking point. I mean, we were all shattered. I think it really set into stone too that was just our 3rd stop out of what was supposed to be 10 for the day, and that was very defeating. But then things started to turn around as soon as we went to Red Lobster.
Stop! Dad, stop! Stop! Stop it! I don't like it!
All right, family, we're at Red Lobster. Red Lobster on 3. 1, 2, 3. Red Lobster! Oh my God. Hey, under the sea.
I'm just kidding. I would never do that.
You're the jokester of the family. That's right. Don't fucking do that again.
Red Lobster it's like looking at God. I didn't realize how much of a good time I was going to have at Red Lobster.
They're going bankrupt too.
Mark the day that this video goes up. It is now Papa Meets Red Lobster Day. Go out and support a Red Lobster. because I gotta tell you, this was just a delightful experience. We had the lobster dip and cheddar biscuits. They're going bankrupt. They're like, I don't give a dude. Here's some free cheddar biscuits still. Apparently they had to get rid of the all-you-can-eat shrimp or something. Motherfuckers don't need to be going into a Red Lobster eating unlimited shrimp. I would gladly take that off the menu. If it keeps the cheddar biscuits, get rid of the shrimp. That's what I gotta say. The lobster dip, oh, absolutely divine. Also, the ambiance of a Red Lobster is odd. It's like I feel like I'm Pacific Northwest, or like I'm on some kind of bay looking out into the ocean, even though it's a Midwest parking lot. Just right at that window right there, look out there. It's the Atlantic. You can hear the seagulls. Or sometimes it kind of even has the vibe that you're in like an old, like you're in a boat, a dinghy, as it were. It was a nice little cozy vibe in there. The staff, it just felt alive. It felt alive in a nice way. I really enjoyed it. For the entree, we got the shrimp linguine Alfredo. And then for the dessert, we got the brownie overload. And for the drink, we got Jacob researched this thing and he's like, yeah, order the lobster Caesar. And I was like, what in the hell? What is that? He's like, oh, I don't know. It's just a thing on the menu. It's there. So then when the nice waitress came over, she's like, what would you like to drink? I'd be like, let's do a round of waters. And then can we just try the lobster Caesar? And then she did. Huh?
Are you talking about a drink or?
Yeah.
It's a drink, but I knew it was gonna be.
It is. It's
Like
on the
a
And then I looked at Jacob and he's like, it's on the website. We were chatting, having a good time. We ended up getting the fucking Red Lobster like margaritas or something.
There's the two.
There's two of them, a passion fruit one and like a coconut one. Oh my God.
They're good.
First off, did not realize how large they were. They came out and they were in these giant fucking chalices, but then they also gave you little Red Lobster necklaces. How hot is that?
A+.
All this food started coming out. All the food was amazing. And then I started noticing this. Everyone's smiling. Everyone's breaking bread. Everyone's laughing and talking. The staff's coming over. We're all laughing. People next to us. Children are singing and laughing all around us. And I just realized is this not the family environment that I want? If I had to, after church every week, if I had to go somewhere, I think Red Lobster would be a place. And after it was all said and done and we left, granted the bill was $119, but it was also, we had 4 giant drinks. So I'd say it's probably comparable to I would say it's cheaper than Yardhouse. I'd probably say that. And as I was finished the check and I was walking out, stumbling around with my giant leg rot, gamer rot, diabetic rot ankles, I thought to myself, this place, this heaven.
I'm giving this motherfucker a 9 out of 10. Waitress was awesome. Staff was awesome. Shout out my boy Benjamin Ronian. Show his picture again. Hey, motherfucker knows how to run a clean ship. All right, 9 out of 10. That puts him on top so far in my book. They say good things only happen once in your lifetime. I think one of the good things that happened to me was going to Red Lobster. Boys, I don't think we're getting much better than this. I got f***ed up off that margarita. Come on.
If we would have not gone to any of them and this video could just be about Red Lobster, I probably would have done it. It was that good. Also, too, they have a nice fucking bar. Those cocktails, god damn, dude. I would love to just sit in there and watch like a fucking baseball game and just be like, I'm gonna get day drunk, eat cheddar biscuits, and eat shrimp Alfredo, whatever.
That lobster dip. Oof.
The lobster dip was fucking insane. Also, Harry, my adopted son, he can't have shellfish.
But we fed it to him anyways.
No, but he had cheddar biscuits and chips, and even he was like, it was amazing. So you tell me, all right?
The margarita.
And he did have the margarita, the passion fruit one. I'll tell you, both the passion fruit and the coconut one, you seriously got to go up there and get them. And we were riding a high. I mean, after this point, what's funny is we had Red Lobster, and then right across the street in the parking lot was also our next stop, which was Olive Garden.
Olive Garden on 3. 1, 2, 3. Olive Garden!
Olive Garden is interesting. You walk in way fancier than I expected. It kind of felt like a set piece to like White Lotus, that show on HBO. Like a resort or something like that. You get a little touch of Italy in there. I've never been, but...
You've never been to Olive Garden?
No, Italy.
Oh.
It's just, I kept saying this. Let's say you're 65, you're retired, and you're just like, I got a 2017 Mercedes. That's the kind of guy going to Olive Garden and getting wine drunk. And also, the only other experience I had with Olive Garden before this was we have a meteorologist here in Kansas City. His name's Brian Busby. Love him to death. Channel 9 News. He's gay. And after work one night, I went over. I used to work at this place called, well, whatever. I don't want to keep doxing all these places, but After work, across the way, there was an Olive Garden, and in there was Brian Busby at the bar with his mans. They were macking on each other, dude, and that motherfucker was wine drunk. And I sat there, and we noticed that he had his hand down the back. I'm not even joking, down the back of his boyfriend's pants and stuff, and he was like, I don't know if he was fiddling or doing whatever, but I was like, God damn. And I walked by him, I said, hey, Brian, what's the weather going to be like tomorrow, bud? And he looked at me, he said, I think there's going to be a chance for rain. Lips all fucking stained red and his teeth are all red from the wine. It was awesome. Because I don't remember anything about the food. That's the only, every time I remember that, that's the only thing I remember is that there's gonna be some chance for rain. So what now, because everybody talks about the appetizers, whatever, we just did the breadsticks. Because everyone's just like, oh, the breadsticks. So good, breadsticks are so good. I mean, I don't know.
They're all right.
It felt like some fucking like middle school cafeteria shit. Is it just the quantity of breadsticks you get that people like?
I think it's free.
It is free, but that's what I'm saying. Is it free and you get a ton of them?
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
It's just carbs. Just load up on carbs.
Load up on carbs. Well, at Olive Garden you have to, because we got the fucking tour of Italy, which is like chicken Alfredo as well, and then like another dish. I can't remember what all was on it. It's a sampler kind of thing, but it's like one of their most popular dishes, if not their most popular one.
Lasagna.
The dessert, we got the black tie mousse cake, and for the drink, we got the Italian margarita. It was whatever. Here's the thing. All the staff was really cool. I like the vibe of it. Once again, it's one of those places where I'd be like, is there a cricket game going on? Because I'd love to watch some cricket and get wine drunk at Olive Garden. The staff was cool. The atmosphere was kind of nice. It was nice and big in there too. But the food, I mean, I would never go back to be like, oh, I have to go back. I got to get the tour of Italy again. I don't think I'd ever say that. That being said, people always told me, oh, Olive Garden, it's like the fancier side of whatever. You expect it to be like, oh, this is going to be much more expensive. $45.
To be fair, the appetizer is free, so I'd probably add another 15, 20 bucks.
Oh, true. Yeah, we didn't get the deal. So you probably could add, yeah. Let's just say conservatively 10.
Yeah, so 55.
55. It's still, I would say, I bet you'd be cheaper than Yardhouse.
Yeah.
Not Cheesecake Factory. God damn, dude. Cheesecake Factory. Drop that motherfucker to a 6. Seriously. That. It's too expensive. You know what? I'd give it a 6
altogether. I think the atmosphere's fine. The food's okay. The service was nice. It's kind of one of those strong senses too, where it's like, do you want seafood like Red Lobster, or do you want it Italian? And I'm like, I don't know. So all in all, I mean, I'd probably give it a 6. I wouldn't take a lady of the night here. All right, this is for wives, right? I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
I think it's like right in the middle. Would I do it every week? No, but it's like on a blue moon. Take your girl there, or go up there by yourself. Some fucking short khakis, some cargo shorts, and a nice polo tucked in with socks and sandals. Get wine drunk. Make some mistakes, dude. Why not?
We did make a family of 4 leave.
That I don't entirely know. There was a family of 4 behind us. Well, Jacob was up and he was like cutting the food for us. He was cussing up a storm and swearing and sweating all over the place. And I couldn't tell if there was 2 kids. I was like, God damn, dude, calm down. There's 2 children over there. And there's like their like bald father who was just like, but I couldn't tell if he was mad because the wife showed up late and he was like, and he got up and left. So I think he was just like, let's just fucking go. One of those things. Which whenever I have a litter of pups, I can't wait to do that. You know what? Let's just go home. Let's just go home. They were there for a while too. And then she showed up late. I don't know what happened. All I know is I'm like, there's some bad blood happening. The Olive Garden extravaganza might have been the straw that broke the camel's back is all I gotta say. But then we went to
Chili's. Whatever, it's not fucking working. Okay, Chili's does have some good branding. Look at the peppers. Look at the chilies on the deal. Look at that. Hey, right up top. Right up top.
It's not the most popular, because I think the most popular on this list is Texas Roadhouse now. But I would say Chili's is probably the most well-known, at least. Or I feel like everyone's probably been to a Chili's at once in their life. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back. Chili's baby back ribs. Right? Which, Chili's, there's a couple things going for Chili's. They have a giant chili out in the front, which is kind of nice. There's chilies on the doors. And you get inside and you're just like, what the hell even is this supposed to be? I kind of like when restaurants have a little bit of a theme. Even sports bars have a bit of a theme, even if it's just like TVs everywhere. It's a sports bar. When I go into Chili's, the first thing you see is a giant baby back ribs text on a wall. And you're like, okay, I know the song, but then there's like weird witchcraft stone, like a hut, like a fucking hobbit's den. And then it branches into like, I don't know, borderline alt-right propaganda shit. all over the wall. I don't know. It's so odd. I'm so confused by Chili's. The most popular appetizer is the boneless honey chipotle wings, because at every place it's just fucking boneless wings every time. And then the dish, we got the baby back ribs, of course, because that's there's the fucking song. And the dessert, we got the skillet chocolate chip cookie. And then for the drink, we got the Presidente margarita, which let me tell you, the fucking El Presidente margarita was insulting. Jacob's sitting there like a giant toddler. He has his spit bib and his hard hat on, and this guy comes over and he's just like, "Here, let me pour the first one for you. Hey, if there's any mess, it's my fault, not yours."
I'll pour the first one if you don't mind. That way, if anybody makes a mess, it is my fault.
It's like, what are you talking about? What the fuck do you mean? You don't think I can pour a margarita thing into a cup? I'm like, what kind of clientele are going here? It was all, I tell you what, baby back ribs, not a goddamn piece of meat on the bones. What the hell happened there? It was a half rack. I was like, where, hello? Barbecue sauce is tasty. But I remember a day and age when them ribs were thick with meat. Do you think we just got a young calf?
Yeah, probably.
Or do you think they're skimping down?
They're skimping.
I think they're probably skimping too. Everything was forgettable. I mean, I don't know. Like, once again, do you want to be the guy who's like, I'm probably gonna go up to Chili's and get drunk? As a meme, sounds funny, but as like your normal ritual, if I was single, if I was divorced, I feel like I'd just be sad going to a Chili's. Also, all these places are blaring like pop music. And that was a plus for Olive Garden, was it was like a little, but at the same time I was like, okay, well, I get it, we're fucking in Italy, dude. But it's like whatever, like some Italian music. But everywhere else it was just fucking Katy Perry. I kissed a girl and I liked it. And you're like sitting there looking at these like baby back ribs with no fucking meat on them, and you're like just biting the bone, because what else can you do?
I give it a 5.
You know what? Fuck it, 4. It's a 4. I would go there over Applebees any day of the week. I mean, Applebees, don't ever go. Seriously. I don't know what else to tell you. I just wouldn't go.
Unless they had beer pong tournaments.
No. No. Chili's and Applebee's, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm so disappointed, because I went through life being like, oh, I love Chili's. Not anymore.
We've given out so many gift cards.
We have. That's kind of been the meme. Is we'll give you a Chili's gift card. Now I can't anymore. I have to figure out a new one.
Red Lobster.
It's gonna have to be Red Lobster, but then they might go fucking belly up. So then where am I supposed to go? Red Robin. We'll switch the whole operation over to Red Robin. We'll be okay. Next up, we went to Texas Roadhouse.
Dad, it's time to go eat.
Your dad's having a diabetic episode.
Dad, it's time to go eat.
Time to eat again, come on.
Jacob, give Pop a hand.
Get his insulin while you're at it.
Get off me.
Ow!
1, 2, 3. Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse, first off, I think it's literally like the most popular restaurant in America. Did you know that?
I didn't.
For sit down, I think it is the most popular.
It's them cinnamon biscuits.
It's the fucking sweet rolls, dude. People love the sweet rolls. First off, Texas Roadhouse does it kind of smart. Those motherfuckers don't open up till 4. They're like, who gives a fuck about lunch? And what was crazy, we got there at 5. They'd been open for an hour. It was packed on a Wednesday. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I expected like 6 or 7 to maybe be like, oh yeah, sure. 5 o'clock, packed. We thought we couldn't even get a seat. Well, luckily there was a booth open, thank God. But we went in there. We got the rattlesnake bites. Oh, God. The rolls, the entree, we got their Dallas filet. And then dessert, we got the Granny's Apple Classic. And then drinks, we got cactus water. Here's the thing. The rolls, pretty good. Those rattlesnake bites, kind of heinous. I mean, it was kind of like a weird cream cheese kind of thing. It was too much. To be fair, by this time of the day, I've had so much cheese and everything, I want to die. So I'm still trying to be subjective over it, right?
Yeah, subjective.
Subjective. I don't know if you thought this was weird too. They give us a sampler of like corn,
Yeah, that was weird.
like green beans and mashed potato, like a weird plate of like condiment cups full of that. You think that's normal? Why would you do that?
I'm guessing so. It's just like try.
Oh, so you know what side you like.
Yeah.
So you just try. I like that. I want that with this. Oh, I mean that makes sense. It's still kind of weird how they did it though, right?
It's very weird.
It's just odd. Also, it's just like it's mashed potatoes. If somebody's that surprised, kick them out. Anyways, we got that shit. Listen, the appetizer was whatever. The atmosphere is pretty, like, that's another place I'd be like, I would go up there and watch like a game or whatever. The bar's nice. Has like a nice vibe. I don't know if I'd bring my family as so much as just being like boys night. Because it's kind of rowdy. It's loud in there. The steak was good. I thought the steak was great. It came out fast too. I was like, God damn, dude. How many you got prepared back there? Holy hell. Because it was fast. I thought that, I mean, it was fine. For a chain restaurant steak, I mean, I was like, I'd be perfectly happy with that.
Allison complained is a bit salty.
Who cares? And then I think the highlight though, that Granny's apple pie was fucking sick. And I don't even like pie really. Like, I'm not a big pie crust person. That ruled. It was great. We were sitting there being like, I'm borderline impressed. I mean, I was sitting there, I was like
7.5.
Didn't like it as much as Red Lobster, obviously. But I was like, this is better than the other stuff. But then the worst thing on earth that happened. We were paying, and then they brought over a saddle on a piece of wood, and a large 12-year-old child got up on it, and a woman was screaming.
Oh my God, we're so close to the finish line. Oh shit.
It was a happy birthday announcement. It soured me so much that this Texas Roadhouse score went from a 7.5.
Drop to a 6.
1.5 point.
Or dropping it to 6.
1, 2, 3.
But the reason I justify that, listen, do I care that the large boy got to be like, you know, happy birthday, yeehaw? Sure, this place is fucking packed with families. I bet you anything, every 15 to 20 minutes, you're gonna hear that. Fuck that. To me, that justifies it going down to a 6.
Yep. I'm trying to watch the game.
Even if I was in there not watching the game, like, that's insane. That is crazy. I give gratitude to all of the people who have to work there and endure that. I would fucking start a union and fight back against that rule. I'd be like, no more saddle and yeehaws. We're done. It's fucking with everybody. It's fucking with our money. That's what I'd say. Come on! Which actually, that doesn't make any sense because it's packed in there constantly. All I'm saying is God bless you and good luck.
Good day, mate. You think that's a knife? This is a knife. You like that one?
I love Crocodile Dundee.
You like when Dad jokes around like that?
That's funny.
Look up. Look up. They're disciplined boys. That's why I love them. Can't wait to eat the bloomin' onion with you guys. How about some shrimp on the barbie? Huh?
This is the most you've walked in a couple months.
You know what? Actually, it is, huh? 1, 2, 3. Good day, mate.
Just worried about you, Pops.
Don't worry about your dad. He's been through a lot today. Trying to figure out what's... Don't. I'm trying to figure out where exactly we're gonna have our permanent Sunday spot. Our permanent Sunday spot where we can have our lunch every Sunday.
Yeah, I'm
okay?
excited.
All right, buddy. Go in there and get in there. Nick, come on.
Now, next we went to Outback, which became our final one. On our way over there, we were dead. I mean, we were pretty much exhausted. And the last two are Red Robin, which is basically just burgers. It's good. I've had it, but it's like, it doesn't have the variety. And then 54th Street Grill, but we were just like, it 8's fine. So we stopped at Outback Steakhouse, which is another staple, right?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't probably been to an Outback in maybe 8 years, probably a decade. Because last time I went, I had horrible, horrible diarrhea after I left because of our opening item, the bloomin' onion. I think the bloomin' onion should be, like, there should be someone who has to pay some kind of war crime for the existence of that heinous piece of culinary terrorism. The bloomin' onion is fucking terrible. We ordered the bloomin' onion, we got the Outback center cut sirloin, we got the chocolate thunder from down under, and for our drink, we got a crocktail. Which every time the word crocktail was said, Allison bursted out into an autistic fit, like a laughter. I don't know why.
Can I also try your crocktail?
Cocktail, yeah, for sure.
Got her again.
The bloomin' onion is, I think it's probably my least favorite thing we've had, not only today, but I've ever had in my life. People that say they like it, you need to distance yourself from them. And if there are people who are like, dude, you're fucked in the comments, unsubscribe and leave. I can't have bloomin' onion fans here. I'm sorry, I can't. Nick, my hands are tied.
They're pretty heinous.
It looks dry from the outside, but then you touch it and then the crispy layer of batter and fat turns into a Listerine strip that just dissolves on your fingers and it leaves this caked mess. And these thick cuts of onions that you're supposed to pluck off and you dip it into this toxic sulfur bile that they probably fucking dug up from a septic tank in the back is so sour and disgusting that I could not horrible. I couldn't continue. It was horrible. Am I exaggerating? It's fucking terrible.
It was bad.
Yeah. Nick is still, you look like you're about to fall asleep. I think yesterday took everybody out. I mean, I'm just going to go on to, listen, the sirloin was...
Oh, sad. It was sad looking.
It looked like a kind of like a brownie. I mean, it was just depressing and it tastes like shit. It is what it is. The chocolate thunder from down under, it's chocolate. I'd say the highlight, I'll give it this. Mac and cheese was good. Nice cracked pepper, mac and cheese, and a little skillet. That was nice. The crocktails were too sweet, but you did get to keep a little crocodile.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop.
Comes with a crocodile toy, and I thought that was fun.
A+.
So all in all, I'd give it
4 out of 10.
I'm going to put it on par with Applebees. I would never go back. I have no desire to ever go back to Outback Steakhouse. This is what we have to say here. Red Lobster is the king. And if it goes out of business, it's America's fault. Nothing that Red Lobster could have done. The cheddar biscuits are there. It was wonderful. But you know what got me thinking? This whole list feels like a dying breed. Who knows how many years in the future from now, but like these chains, it doesn't feel like this is going to be a thing in the future. Something just deeply from the past. Oh, it felt nostalgic going back to some of them in a way. Because it used to be this exciting unknown thing, right? Before the internet, before all these other things came out, you would go, you'd rent a movie with your family, maybe you would go, it'd be a special thing to go to one of these chains. You've heard about them, and maybe your friends have been to one that lives in a town over or whatever. It was like kind of a mystical thing that has now transformed into just like garbage. And maybe it's always been garbage, but it at least had this mysticism about it back in the day that I feel like is totally squandered and lost. So I'm glad we got to do it while it's still here, but it feels like these ponies are riding off into the sunset. The moment Red Lobster goes is the moment this channel dies. Just kidding. Don't hold that against me. That's our ranking for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Dad, your feet stink.
Stop. We're going home and I'm blistering that ass.